I guess I can start first off, just like, how are you doing? How's your family doing after that being away for a couple days?
Thanks. I'm doing all right. It's helpful that we have such a great group that pouring into me and helping give me strength. I've said it all along. We've got 3 head coaches on our staff, and so knowing that they continue to step up and do great things, it gives me comfort. Our family's working through a hard time right now, and no matter what, I'm going to be where my feet are. But I'm really thankful for this group.
I know you talked to Austin a lot when he came in. Just what did you think of him, being acting head coach and his performance on Saturday?
I thought he was great. I mean, it's not a surprise. When you look at Austin and you look at Bree, both of them are ready to be head coaches in this league. And we're very fortunate that we have them on our staff. And, I thought his poise, his communication, it's always been very, very clear. We're all aligned on on the way we see the game, on points of emphasis. And, I was really proud. I was really proud of him. I was really proud of them. And they continue to pour into each other and help one another.
Yeah, Aaliyah said post-game that it seemed like you and Austin had kind of morphed into one coach, one person. Just how does that help with continuity, like when you have to be gone?
It helps a lot. And, I give all that credit to Lynn Dunn. Because when I was here as an assistant coach, Lynn Dunn poured into me to prepare me to be ready when it was my turn. And it was like we were one coach. And she taught me how to be a coach that empowers and prepares other coaches to be head coaches. And so, I owe that to her. And I feel like part of our job as coaches in this league is to prepare the next generation of head coaches. And, you can't do that unless you give them the freedom to do what they do best and empower them to do what they do best. And, Austin's ready, Bree's ready, they both are. And they've grown, they've learned, they've taken advantage of their opportunities. And, it's not a hesitation at all. That if I can't be here, they're ready.
How about Caitlin? Is she going to be ready for it?
Oh, not for tomorrow, no. I think for us, it's we've got to work, both her and Sophie, back into are they in basketball condition? What does it mean to go live? It's one thing to do some shooting drills. It's another thing to get out there on the floor, get back into to movement patterns, rhythm, timing. And so that's what part of, picking and choosing the things that they can be in practice so that we can see their progression. And, both of them being out for long periods of time, you got to work your way back into being game ready.
I know Caitlin was supposed to be reevaluated this weekend. Was she cleared to return to basketball activities?
I don't know if cleared is the right word.
Okay.
I mean, we're ready to start ramping back up and make sure, it's completely different when you're just doing one-on-one workouts and when you're out there in 5-on-5, getting up and down the floor, moving laterally. So she's been allowed to do some practicing, not everything. And we're gonna be smart and we're gonna be cautious and we're gonna play the long game and work her back in very intentionally.
And Sophie too, she was limited on Friday, and what has she been able to progress and do?
Yeah, she was a little limited today. Again, it's seeing how they do in certain drills and certain actions. Getting them back into game condition. Again, this is an injury that she's aggravated a few times now this season, so making sure we're playing the long game and doing it the right way.
For this team, you guys getting a couple of wins last week.